1. Chapter 1. You are listening at FameTV.info. The interrogation room was cramped and dark. Zhou Yan huddled in a corner, and the occasional footsteps coming from outside made him nervous. This was the third day he had been locked up here, and for 3 days, people kept coming in, using all sorts of methods to try to get him to reveal that secret, coercing him and even using drugs to force a confession. But he couldn't tell, not even in death, and if he did, what did the death of Lu Baichuan/'s family before count as? In a trance, someone opened the door and walked in, the sudden bright light, stabbing him to open his eyes. In fact, he did not have the strength to open his eyes. 3 days of sleepless torture has made his mental and physical strength are on the verge of the limit. As soon as he closed his eyes, the image of Lu Baichuan dying in front of his eyes kept on playing before his eyes, the blood flowing all over the ground, Lu Baichuan/'s dead arms protecting him, and those people mercilessly dropping their guns. Every time he almost collapsed in pain that he wanted to take revenge, but he couldn't do anything about it. He couldn't even leave this place to get away from the control of these people. The only thing that could help him was the jade pendant, which was also lost in the previous fight. And thinking that it was his only family member who betrayed him, Zhou Yan suffered even more. Before the incident, he was quite close to his aunt/s family. Since his parents died in an accident a few years ago, his aunt/s family was his last family, and they took care of him a lot. But that family didn't know how to hide anything, and finally when a cousin took fresh fruit to fawn over a girl he liked one time, it aroused suspicion, and some power in the base came looking for him, and the aunt/s family pushed him out, and got Lu Baichuan/s family involved. After rustling footsteps, Zhou Yan felt someone walk up to him and injected something into his arm. He had become so accustomed to it over the past few days that he didn't have the strength to think about what was injected. The drug was slowly absorbed by his body, and pain radiated from his limbs. His muscles began to spasm, and the pain made an animal-like whimpering sound in his throat. It like an explosion in the head, and after the explosion, all the sensation seemed to be slowly moving away. The first thing you need to do is to take a look at the shoes you been wearing for a while. The first thing you need to do is to take a look at the newest addition to your own website. A good idea to look at the small arms, which are long and lean, and the skin is delicate, without the swelling and coarse pinholes that come with injecting too many drugs. Zhou Yan/s heart was moved, and he raised his hand to touch his neck, where the jade pendant was hanging properly. Closing his eyes and feeling the space in the jade pendant, Zhou Yan was once again stunned. It was the way it was when he first got the space, just a wooden house, a mountain slope, and a few acres of fields. A waterfall flew down from the cliff and fell into a pool at the bottom of the cliff, then formed a small stream that passed between the hut and the field, and finally flowed into the unknown space covered by a thick mist. Zhou Yan immediately entered the space and turned around in the hut, and sure enough, there was nothing but the shelf of ancient books that had been in the hut from the very beginning. Zhou Yan couldn't stop his heartbeat from speeding up, and his palms were sweating as he thought of something. The first thing you need to do is to take a look at the book, and then you see that it a very important part of your life. If none of this was a dream, the phone was fine, too, so, he back. 2 hours before returning to the end of the world. It is the first time in the history of the United States that the United States has been in the position of a major player in the world, and it is the first time that the United States has been in the position of a major player in the world. And then the people who are sleeping will not know that after the night today, waiting for them is no longer the dawn, but the blizzard without warning. But even this strange blizzard, not all people can see it. Some never woke up again after this night, and the ones who crawled up were all those ignorant and painless monsters. Zhou Yan pulled up the curtains with one look. There wasn't much time left. He had to get to Lu Baichuan/s side before the blizzard came, and when it came down, all communications would be cut off. It couldn't backslash t be the same as the last time. It backslash s not a good idea to have the whole city braving the snow to find him while he backslash s on his way to finish his good aunt backslash s house. Zhou Yan closed his eyes, put away these feelings of remorse, picked up the phone to send a quick message to Lu Baichuan while the communication is still intact, so that even if Lu Baichuan woke up when the communication has been cut off, it will not cause the two to miss each other because of coming out to look for him. On the other hand, the aunt backslash s side, from the moment he woke up, he wasn't backslash t going to have anything to do with that side anymore, and he didn't backslash t care to take something that hadn't backslash t happened yet to question why they were doing this to him. And he wasn't backslash t going to be stupid enough to waste his precious time trying to get back at that family. This time, he would pretend that the other party did not exist, and whether it was good or bad was no longer relevant to him. Having thought of all this, Zhou Yan was in an unusually relaxed mood as he packed up his things. The first thing you need to do is to take a look around, one room and one hall. The furniture is not much, the bedroom is just a bed, a bedside table and a wardrobe. Zhou Yan took out a backpack and put a few pieces of clothes he often wears into the backpack, then palm over and put them all into the space. The first thing that Zhou Yan did was to take a look at the kitchen, bathroom, and balcony, but only 2 air conditioners were left hanging on the wall. The first thing you need to do is to take a look at the car, and then go out and look for the car. The company backslash s main business is to provide a wide range of products and services to its customers, including a wide range of products and services. The road was silent for a long time before an occasional car drove by, and Zhou Yan quietly enjoyed these last pre-apocalyptic moments. The company backslash s main business is to provide a wide range of products and services to the public, including a full range of products and services, and a wide range of products and services. The company backslash s main business is to provide a wide range of products and services to the public. In the suspicious eyes of the cashier, Zhou Yan swept the instant noodles, congee and biscuits on the shelves into a bag. When Zhou Yan went to check out, the shelves were half empty, and after thinking about it, there was a turn to get a few bottles of water, carry a few large boxes of snacks into the back seat, and Zhou Yan drifted away in his car. In this currency still useful, can use money to buy things to quickly stock up more, even if he has the space to produce crops, but in the future, no one can be too much food that can feed the hungry. The reason why he didn't backslash t buy everything was because he didn't backslash t want to arouse suspicion, and secondly, if these few people at the gas station didn't backslash t lose their chemistry at the moment the end times came, the food would always be of some use to them. Even if they were able to get out of here and go home or get to the base early, the food could be left for the survivors passing by. The reason for only taking a few bottles of water was simply because there was spring water in his space. No matter what time of the day, there would never be a shortage of water anywhere. Those bottles of water were just in case of emergency. The temperature outside dropped sharply when the car was only halfway down the road. Zhou Yan took the blanket he usually put in the car to cover his legs and couldn't backslash t resist the bitter cold wind, so he finally had to turn on the car air conditioner to get warm. The car drove all the way to Lu Baichuan downstairs. Zhou Yan saw a man walking back and forth in front of the door from a distance, against the light. Can backslash t see the face clearly? The heart can backslash t help but feel unlucky. This end of the world has only begun. Go out and encounter zombies blocking the door. How will he go upstairs later? Listen to the full novel at FameTV.info, direct link in the description.